Hey guys, Jeff Ryan here. Just got a Willy's came in a bit ago, and the reason I got it is it doesn't have any factory accents on it. I really like the Willy's, but I collect the ones that really don't, they don't have any factory accents on it whatsoever. I got a case of them here, the same thing, and I don't know why I'm attracted to them. They just look so darn clean, and this came in, and it was for, I think I got it $36. You can find a chassis for $35 all day on eBay, and to get the body for an extra buck, I couldn't pass it up. And look, they got the larger axle there on the back. We'll go ahead and put the proper one on. They did the same thing in the front. I get it. I know why they wanted to do that, but I'm going to go ahead and restore it back to the way it should look. And in the auction, if I'm not mistaken, I'd have to reread it, but I think he said it ran or he battery tested or something like that works. Let's go ahead and see what we get. Right out of the box, guys. Okay, it does work. It does work. Not too bad either. Sounds like it might need some oil. Yeah, wow. Okay, this is unusual because, guys, I buy the ones that usually look horrible and run horrible. That's like the best one I've had to run here. So let's do this. I'm going to reposition the camera and we'll get into it and see if we can get this bugger looking a whole lot better, running real good. Tell you what, overall, I'm impressed. It ran, and it ran not too bad. Okay, what do we got to do? Let's go ahead and get the body off the chassis there. There we go. All right. Okay, the back screw wasn't tightened at all. How's it look? Looks real good. Any cracked screw posts? Not in the front. Let's see what the back one looks like. That doesn't want to move. Let's go ahead and get it out. There we go. No, they look like they're both intact, don't they? They both look good. Both look real good. Okay, fantastic. I am going to wash this. I'm going to go ahead and get it cleaned up. Then we'll put the VRP on it, get it all nice and shiny. It's not bad. A little bit of scratching on the roof. Scuff marks, not bad at all. I bet you the VRP will make it look a whole lot better though. Okay, so what do we have as far as the chassis? Again, the wider axles, front and back. I'll go ahead and get two of the regular axles there and make sure that the axles are appropriate for this. I know you can't have like the tough one stance on it, but again, I like to make it look like, hey, this is just it rolled out of the factory. So we know it runs, and it might have some high-performance magnets in there and an armature too. That's what it looks like. So whoever had this before me, they wanted to run fast. They want to run fast. And as you guys know, I don't mind them going fast, but I want them to run well, okay? All right, now, it looks like, you see that gear there? They did set this up, yep, and there's the back gear for like the tough ones, So they wanted this bugger going really, really fast. Let's go ahead and get the magnets out of there. So by no means was this just like a stock chassis. He tried to hop it up quite a bit and get it going. All right, it looks like this needs a bit of a bath too. You can tell when sometimes, I don't say he really, really over-oiled it, but you can see there's a lot of, even on the com plate there's a lot of oil in the bottom of that chassis right there, it really is. Okay, let's go and get the shoes off. That's not coming off too, there we go. Okay. Now I'm thinking, it's hard to tell, but this might be a Tough One's chassis. It really might be. I'm going to get the Dremel tool, but that might be silver. Again, it's hard to tell underneath the oxidation there. And the shoes, I don't know. Let's go ahead and get those cleaned up as well. All right, just a second. Let me grab my Dremel. Okay, good. I got the Dremel out, but I want to get the back axle and front axle off there. They look like they've got some oxidation on them too, so might as well just go ahead and pull those. Only take a second to get them off, so why not? You know what? All right, there we go. Where'd that land? All right. Oh, there it is. Very good. Get my needle nose here. Pull that back axle real quick. Oops, sorry about that. Bump the camera. Go. And let's go ahead and get after the front axle as well. That one doesn't look too bad. Nice and shiny, nice and shiny. Getting the axles off, especially that back one. I know I needed it off anyways, but now I can clean it up with the wire brush and that drum there. Boy, that looks filthy, doesn't it? I just might go ahead and put that in some warm soapy water for a bit. I mean, that just looks like it's kind of nasty, kind of nasty. All right, let's do this. Let's go ahead and start with the shoes here and get them cleaned up. Because if they're silver, you know, that, yep, they are. They definitely are. Under that corrosion, look at that. Nice and shiny. Nice and shiny. So that is a Tough Ones chassis. And it looks like, boy, he wanted the whole thing hopped up to where it was just going to scream around the track. Now it ran around the track real, you know, kind of good. But I bet you we can get it going faster and better. Bet you can get it faster and better. Okay, that looks good, that side. Again, guys, I do the whole shoe when I'm doing this. I do the whole shoe, the corrosion, the oxidation on there and everything. It doesn't sleep. It just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. So if you can get it as clean as you possibly can, that you're gonna be, you're gonna be much better off, much better off. All right, let me go ahead and do this. I'm gonna do the other shoe. What else we got? The comp plate and things like that. Again, I'm thinking about washing that. You know, it just looks like it's horrible in there. So if I wash this, I'm going to go ahead and wash the body as well. We'll get after that. Okay. Yeah, that looks a whole lot better cleaned up. All right, let me get after the other shoe and probably going to do the engine clamp as well real quick. Okay, very good. Here's where we're at. I got the shoes cleaned up, bottom of the comp plates cleaned up real good. I didn't replace them yet. I got the two smaller axles. Those are going to go into the chassis there. We got to get the chassis cleaned up a whole lot before we go ahead and reassemble that thing. I'm going to go ahead and wash it and the body in the sink. Give me just a sec. Be right back. Just got back to the bench from the sink. The Willys, the body is still wet, so is the inside of the chassis, well, the whole chassis here. And let me do this. I'm going to go ahead and towel dry it and get this thing back together. Well, chassis cleaned up nice. I haven't hit it with the Dremel yet. But now you can certainly tell that it is definitely a tough one. A little bit of that oxidation came off with the scrubbing it with the soap and water in the sink there. So where are we at? I know I got to get some VRP on this bugger, get it nice and shiny. I like doing that ahead of time so it can sit on there for a few minutes before we do some reassembly. So let me go ahead and grab the VRP real quick. There it is. I love this stuff. VRP vinyl, rubber plastic. Shake real well, and I did it. And this stuff is made by the chemical guys. They make some good stuff, great stuff actually. So you just splooge a little bit on. I got a paper towel. I'm gonna let it wipe it in, and then just let it set. Just let it set. Let it do its work. And then when we get all of it off, we're gonna get a high luster when we buff this bugger out. All right, good. We got the VRP on there, and it's just setting. It's gonna take a bit for it to just soak in and let it do its thing, guys. I also got some tires and the hubs there. Those are the tires that were on the car, but I swapped out the hubs because he had the Tough One hubs, and he had the other hubs. They kind of were starting to yellow. So all four of these, those have been re-chromed with a Molotov chrome that I have, and they just come out absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. So as that's sitting on there and drying, it's time for some reassembly. I did get the bottom of the comp plate. I got the bottom of the chassis cleaned up with the wire brush, so it's time to start putting this stuff back together very quickly. You guys see me do this before with the brushes. You just one side, flip them over, do the other side. Look at all that stuff that gets off there. Isn't that's just like about the easiest way to clean a brush, you know? Just like that. Just like that. And then all that gunk comes off. There you go. There you go. Okay, good. I'm going to have to use both hands for this. Let me go ahead and get some of this reassembled. Just starting to put everything back together. I was working on the crown gear and the back axle there. I was recently asked, you know, how I get it on, and it's just like that. Once you found the hole there and you got it, I just push down a little bit, and it goes right in. It's just like the easiest thing to get on there. All right, let me go ahead and get the rest of this back together. All right, I just got the engine clamp on. Let's go ahead and take it over the transformer and see what we get, guys. Make sure it's on. Yes, it is. Okay, good. Good. Now, this being a tough ones, it should scream. Yeah, it does. It does. I tell you what, wow. Just hearing it, that might be a little too fast for my taste. We'll see. Hasn't even warmed up yet. All right, well, it's running good. Okay, I'm still gonna let the VRP sit on there for a bit and just let it soak in. Then we're gonna go ahead and wipe it off and get all shined up. All right, guys, you seeing this? Look at this. I mean, I can't say enough good about the VRP. It just makes every bit of this thing come out with just a high luster, high gloss, high shine there. Absolutely wonderful. Looking like this, I can't wait to slide this into my collection. Let me go ahead and get this on the chassis, and it'll be track time. Man, we are looking at what looks like a new Willy's right off the showroom floor there, guys. It is track time. And I know the transformers are on. Let me get the controller. Okay, gotcha. Wow. Boy, it's got a lot of that pickup that the tough ones have. I mean, the top end there, wow. Almost again, when I open it up, yeah, too fast for the track. I've said this before, I'm not a fan of the tough one chassis. I'm really not. I don't need my cars to go blistering fast. I need them to look good, and I want them to run well, but when they run so fast, it's hard to keep them on the track. I'm not a fan anymore. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to probably take one of these chassis that I have to refurbish over here, the standard T-Jet chassis. I'm going to probably take one of them and put it on here. And then what I'm thinking about doing, just trying to think through it, I'll take this chassis, dress it out with the front wheels of the tough one and the back wheels with the tough one, and just sell the chassis. I am not a fan of how fast they go. If it's too hard for me to keep on the track, I'd rather go with the standard T-Jet chassis. That's just my opinion, guys. That's the way I like to race. All right, hope you enjoyed the project. It was a fun one, it's a quick one. Guys, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you got questions, let me know. If you need anything, let me know. I'm here for you guys. All right, take care. See ya. Well, I tell you what, I just slid the Willy's into the collection just to see what it looks like. And it just makes the case. It absolutely makes the case. All right, guys. See you again. See ya.